You guys remember that? It's been tucked away in one of the other rooms of my house here that I never film in. It was on the wall in there. It's been in some previous videos when I've actually moved the camera into that room. But a little note-keeping thing here, just to get it out of the way. I'm going to be filming the majority of my videos primarily in this room. Main reason is like, there's no reason I should have to keep bringing my tripod and putting it down to my living room and have a new dog trip on it, or, you know, wrap the cord around his neck. And, you know, every time I see him, I'm like, new dog, are you choking on the camera cord again? And I have to hit him with a shovel to teach him a lesson. I'm just kidding. It's a rake, not a shovel. Anyway, good old Wes sent me this article from Slate.com yesterday on Twitter. And I both laughed my ass off, shook my head, face palmed, and begged for the meteorite to just, you know, maybe just come hit America in this instance. There's apparently some sort of thing on Slate where you can write to this person, Emily, who answers your questions, and some rich, privileged, prissy bitch wrote her about Halloween and the kids that come to her rich upper class neighborhood. And anyway, let me just read the initial part of this article here first, and you can follow along at home. I'll leave a link in the video description for it as well, and put a screen cap on the screen here. So let me just go ahead and read it here for you real quick. Dear Prudence, I live in one of the wealthiest neighborhoods in the country, but on one of the more, quote, modest streets. Mostly doctors and lawyers and family business owners. A few blocks away are billionaires, families with famous last names, media moguls, etc. I have noticed that on Halloween, what seems like 75% of trick-or-treaters are clearly not from this neighborhood. Kids arrive in overflowing cars from less fortunate areas. I feel this is inappropriate. Halloween isn't a social service or a charity in which I have to buy candy for less fortunate children. Obviously, this makes me feel like a terrible person, as it should, because what's the big deal about making less fortunate kids happy on a holiday? Right! But it just bugs me because we already pay more than enough taxes towards actual social services. Should Halloween be a neighborhood activity, or is it legitimately a free-for-all in which people hunt down the best candy grounds for their kids? Oh, man. Wes sent me this and said, this bitch just deserved to be slapped now. Not that I condone, you know, slapping a bitch, and god damn it, my right shoulder is burning up for some reason. Anyway, not that I condone slapping a bitch. Anyways, we won't go there. But anyways, what we have here is some prissy, rich, privileged bitch that likes to give out tricks and treats, little treats for the Halloween goers on Halloween, but is upset because people are coming in, people that are poorer people, that aren't the kids of these rich McMansions and shit like that. Well, not that the McMansions have kids, but obviously I'm talking about the parents in the McMansions. But anyway, I saw this and I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. That a single person on this planet, I'm just going to limit this to America because I can't imagine someone else in any other country in the world is complaining about the citizen rank in society of who is coming to their fucking door on Halloween. That someone is actually complaining about this, writing in, and thinking they're warranted to complain about this because I'm rich, I pay more than my fair share in taxes to help support social services for underprivileged families. Shut the fuck up, fuck you. Anyways, you know what? I don't even want to add too much of a retort to this because Emily, Prudence in this case, as being written to, let me just show you what she said, alright? Let's bring this up. In the urban neighborhood where I used to live, families who were not from the immediate area would be welcome in fairly large groups to trick-or-treat on our streets, which were safe, well lit, and full of people overstocked with candy. It was delightful to see the Little Mermaids, Spider-Men, ghosts, and the occasional axe murderer excitedly run up and down our front steps, having the time of their lives. So we'd spent an extra $20 to make sure we had enough candy for kids who weren't as fortunate as ours. There you are, 99, on the impoverished side of Greenwich or Beverly Hills with the other struggling lawyers, doctors, and business owners. Your wine makes me kind of wish that people from the actual poor side of town come this year, not with scary costumes, but with real pitchforks. Stop being callous and miserably... stop being callous and miserably and go to Costco, you cheapskate, and get enough candy to fill the bags of the kids who come one day a year to marvel at how the 1% live. Boom! Fucking served! Oh my God. And that's the thing. Halloween is just about the kids. You should never have to dissect or treat or just in your mind go, oh, these kids aren't from this neighborhood. Oh, there's another group of kids. They're not from this neighborhood. Fuck you if you think that. Be fucking grateful that children are just coming to your neighborhood to trick or treat. It's a day for kids. It's a day just to be happy. Just to go around. Just, you know, have a face-to-face interaction with other human beings. I mean, my God, what are we trying to shun kids away from this activity? Jesus Christ, I'm astounded. I am just astounded, and we all know what this is. This is this lady saying of like, you know, I don't want them blacks to come into my neighborhood, because frankly, that's probably what this is all about, or Hispanics, whatever. People that aren't in, you know, the big McMansions, the kids of those kids, anyways. It's just disgusting that this lady thinks that she has a ground to stand on, saying like, you know, I feel awful about it, but frankly, I pay so much more in taxes for these social programs for these underprivileged kids. Oh, please, they do not need to be coming on my street. Well, you know what? To all the underprivileged kids out there, don't bother going to these posh neighborhoods. You might, you know, I hear you might get like, you know, a full-size candy bar or something like that from them. But you're talking about like a lot of these posh neighborhoods, the yards are like, you know, several acres wide. And while you might be getting a higher quality content candy from each door you go to, you could hit maybe 10 doors in a mile per street. Like, that's not really, you know, worthy to you. Go to like condominiums where you go, you know, go to upper class condominiums. Knock on one door, take 10 steps. Knock on the next door, take 10 steps. Knock on the next door, boom, 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 boom. Fuck going to these rich posh neighborhoods, because you know what? Frankly, this lady that wrote in to this, Emily at Slate.com, I guarantee you she's not the only one that thumbs her nose or looks down upon these underprivileged kids from the quote-unquote ghetto or wherever. And I don't know how they magically dissect this, other than if it's something like race being the only thing. I don't know how you determine whether or not someone is from an underprivileged household compared to what would be the children coming from your neighborhood. I don't know, maybe they don't have $6,000 costumes, and that's how this lady narrowed it down. Anyway, Jesus Christ, Halloween, you know, I just thought it was about knocking on doors and getting some candy, not having to be scrutinized because you're seen as an underprivileged kid that doesn't deserve to be going on the street and you should stick to your own neighborhood. Please, my God. God forbid kids just want to go, like this Emily said, you know, go to a safe, well-lit neighborhood and have a good time. Just go out trick-or-treating, get candy, and call it a night. Fuck, man, what is with some people? Fucking rich, prissy bitches out there thinking they have a legitimate ground to stand on and say they shouldn't have to support underprivileged kids. What the fuck is the matter with this world, or just this country? Anyway, have a good day, everyone. New dog. New dog hates this room. I'm sorry, you're probably not going to see much of New Dog if I film most of my videos here. Anyway, have a good day, everyone.